Hello, everyone. This is Tammy Fisher within the Doll World, and we're excited to be here today. And I'm here today with my wonderful co-host, Miss Georgette Taylor.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Miss Georgette. And today's special guest is Noemi Smith. She's an eclectic doll artist. She makes dolls in lots of different, using lots of different mediums. And she is the owner of a doll company, called Angels by Noemi. So thank you, Noemi, for joining us.
Hello, ladies.
Hello. It's great to have you. So
thank you.
You're welcome. I met you last year as part of the Professional Doll Makers Artists Guild. And so I was fascinated by just watching your work. You were making a silicone baby then. And I just wanted to share you and your history and your work with our followers for In the Doll World. So we'll start with the question that we ask everybody. Would you please tell us about your doll history, how it began, your doll journey, how it began, and how you ended up here with us today? So what's your journey?
I started playing with clay actually probably back in 2008. When I realized about first the material, the polymer clay, and the beautiful dolls that were made by Patricia Rose, Mark Dennis, Jack Johnston. I was just searching crafts to do because I was kind of bored at home doing nothing. And I was always a crafty person since I was a little girl. I paint and draw since I have memory. And I was the artistic one of the family. But I never really got to play with clay until I was all grown up. Like I said, I found out about the material. And then the fairies, the fantasy fairies that you made, that one of a kind. And I was like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. And I pretty much start teaching myself by looking online, watching pictures. Some of these artists have had tutorials on their websites. Back then, I was never able to take classes though. So I just bought some clay and start practicing and playing on my own. And that's how it pretty much happened. And through the years, I just keep practicing. And then I have the chance to go to the Queensland show. I believe that was back in 2013, 2010.
Queensland, is that Australia?
The Queensland show is in Philadelphia, was in Philadelphia, because that show came to this end. It's sad. It was a doll artist and teddy bear show convention. They had the one in Florida too, but I never got to go to that show before they canceled the Orlando doll convention.
Okay.
They used to be big things, polymer clay dolls. They used to be a big things. Right now, the business of doing those dolls, at least for me, it had decreased. That's why I switched to making silicone babies. But so far in all this time, I have gone through to polymer. And then I learned to use another medium like paper clay also. I even learned to work with wool, needle felting, sculptures. And then I start also playing with modeling clays. I got involved with people, artists of the special effect industry from here. I do a show here in California twice a year, which involves everything about special effects, the sculpture and makeup and all of that. So I got very much related to that.
So what's that show called?
Monster Palooza. It's a Monster Palooza is a special effect convention show, but you see sculptures from all over. They even come sometimes from out of the country. It's a very big. So I got very influenced from the special effect industry, and that's why right now I start making angels. That's why angels, it was always kept as my main name. I start making angels and little babies and beautiful women. But now I expand my universe and I do fantasy characters. I love doing fantasy characters and whatever. I was able to make my first version of a ball jointed doll. And I actually have a class, an online class, teaching to make a ball jointed doll. I was able to learn. I did 2 classes for that, mold making. I took classes for mold making, for modeling clay, sculpting, to improve my skills. So right now I am able to make my own production in resin and dolls, and also in silicone dolls. And the ball joint dolls are very fun. They are very fun dolls to play. I have plans in making more, probably coming up with more designs. But it's kind of, I kind of put that aside because the silicone dolls have taken everything. I don't know, that's become very popular right now. At least for me, it has become very popular. So I am centered in making and working with silicone right now.
Okay, that makes sense. Where, yeah, that reborn doll artist, that reborn community has a lot of
It's
silicone.
big, and you have a lot of choices. And I don't know, maybe it's the fact that you can actually play with your doll that makes it more likable for customers and collectors. Yeah, I love art dolls. I always going to love art dolls. And whenever I had the time, I will make at least one piece a year because they're just beautiful. But
what dolls is that? I'm sorry.
The polymer clay art dolls.
Oh, okay.
Polymer clay. I love that. But
okay,
I will make at least one of those a year. And like I said, I have plans of making another BJD. So we will see.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
Very diverse background in art and a lot of different materials, and I think that's great. And that you're self-taught too, because your work is amazing.
Thank you. I had the chance, like I said, and in the past few years, I had the chance to get more education. I even went to a special effect makeup school for a month here in Hollywood. I still taking classes from the Stan Winston School. They have a yearly subscription, so I always get to watch videos there. I always trying to improve myself, and I also teach classes for the doll artist community. If they want to learn sculpting, mold making, and BJD and Silicone Babies, I'm instructor for doll artists.
Cool. So when you do your classes, are they normally in person or are they online?
All my classes are pretty much online, especially after the COVID. We went 100%. We used to do workshops at least once in a year, but that completely stopped. So all my classes are available online, and people can, once if they purchase their class, they can have that class forever. They can watch the class forever. That has permanent access. That's the way I go.
That's through your Etsy store. Yeah,
I've Etsy, I have the classes in Etsy. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen them, and the reviews on your classes people love your classes. Great reviews. Yeah.
Every time I teach, I think about myself as a student. I'm like, because I am myself. I am a student. What would I like to see on a class? What would I like to be put up and how much information? And many times we artists are actually distracted kind of people. It's hard for me. I cannot learn from a book. And I have books. I purchase book. I have an autograph book by Mark Dennis that I got on the Queenland show. But I cannot learn from writing. I need to see it in action. So all my classes are pretty much centered to the distracted people. Are very specific, and it's all in video. You don't have to read anything. I suck by that. I don't learn by reading. I need to see it in action. Yeah.
Yeah. We all have different learning styles. And that's one of the ones. My husband is a book reader, and he'll go and learn. He's a software engineer, so he'll go and read a book.
I know my weakness. I don't read. I'm bad.
I would rather see it.
Yeah, me too. I'd rather see it. And my husband's the same way, Tammy. He's very much like he was like, "Did you read the instructions? Did you do?" I'm like, "Yeah, I read them, but that's not helping me. Not but you need to be there and show me." That's just how I operate.
That's why I pretty much created all video classes, and that's what people like because it's easy for them to understand.
You can always go back. Like, I guess we don't use rewind, but you can go back and watch.
You're dating yourself.
Watch a different part. Watch it again. I know. I'm from the VHS age.
Well, I know about it. I am that old. I'm almost 41 years now, so I know about all that.
Okay, you look so young. Okay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're beautiful.
I'm old school.
Oh my gosh, that must be ancient then. Okay, we won't talk about that.
Old school is a big span, Georgia. It expands to include us too.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
All right.
That's great.
So one of the things that I saw that was really fascinating to me about your dolls was and it was your journey explained why. You do some really creative things like mixing humans and animals. Like I saw a really cute little, like a goat baby. And so it's silicone body and, you know, little face.
They
And then it's
got
got
face.
little, yeah, it's got little hair, you know, added to it. So they're really interesting looking the way, and it's because you learned all these different techniques. So you can go in and because you've worked with fiber and wool, you can, you know, which types of hair works best when doing that type of a doll, or your little blue babies, the little
The
from the
avatars.
Avatar kind of
So
babies.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just and part
Beautiful.
of the thing that fascinates me about your dolls, I mean, there's the complexity. There's also the the eclectic range. I mean, from the beautiful fairies to the babies to the like horrific, you know, kind of horror kind of figures in there. And it's fascinating to me that you do all of that because most
Yeah.
people, they have a type of doll. They do little girl dolls, you
Right.
know, or
Or
they
they
do
will
little
do all
boy
fairies
dolls,
or
or
all this. Yeah.
yeah, they don't tend to do this huge range. And again, it once, you know, from speaking to you, it explains why we see so many beautiful dolls created by you and so many different, I'm going to call them genres that you do. It's because of the background.
Well, like I said, I started making beautiful women. That was my inspiration at the beginning. And then I just expand my horizon. I learned to make the human figure. I'm not that good really making males, but I do like the challenge of the sculpture of a male figure. And then I start making babies, child babies. And then I was upgrading. Once I learned the whole package, I was like, there is something else out of the box. And then is where fantasy strikes you. I mean, some people have their own style. Some artists have their own style and they will make always beautiful women or always beautiful children. Or there's many artists that I admire who make beautiful babies. They are great baby sculptures, human baby sculptures. And I guess that if that's your call and you're happy, that's awesome. And you're successful in everything because these women, I admire them. There are it's really funny, the sculptures of the baby kits, there are from way somewhere in a near place in Europe, a sculpture. They're not even here. It's really funny. Some are here, but anyway, in my case, I was happy with that, but I just wanted, I am the kind who likes fantasy and I just wanted to expand. And when I took the classes, I was very much open up to all of this universe of mixing creatures with human figures and what is the sense that one should make with another one, because you always start with the base of a human and then you incorporate a bird, a dog, go to the human figure and you just play around. It is fun because actually you can create your own beings, like something that don't even exist for sure. They're fantasy creatures, they're not real, but you can make it up, you can create it, and it's really fun.
When I look at them, I see fun and pride and excellence. Just it's
Thank you.
Yeah, you're one of those people who is pushing. You continue to push, and like you said, I started with the ladies, and I did the fairies, but you can just see how you just continue to push and push. And even from last year, when I saw your baby you were sculpting, I see a difference from that baby to some of the pictures that I saw here, and some of the classes that you're offering through your Etsy store. It's like you just, the mind is always turning.
You can make anything. You can create anything in clay. You just need the imagination to it. And that's it. Also, sometimes I inspire my creatures by existent fantasy characters from movies or comics or some other concept of artists. And also, I like to look. I love fantasy movies. I like sci-fi movies, all of that. So if I see something that will inspire me, I'll take all of that to inspiration everywhere.
Yes. I saw one of your pieces. It was I can't remember the name of the creature from Guillermo del Toro's
Oh yeah,
Pan from the Labyrinth. Yes.
That's my favorite movie ever. So I totally have to inspire with that one.
Yeah, that was incredible. You did a great job with that piece.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you.
But that's what I love about your work. Just looking at it, is that even though they're all really really diverse in a way, and you go from one style to another, they're all so great. Like sometimes people who will try to do different styles, maybe they're not as well versed in one style, and you can see that. But with your work, it's just like you do all of it amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can make a pretty baby,
amazing.
And I can make you a creepy baby. I can do the two things.
So another one of the pieces that I found interesting, and this is some of the pieces that are on the far end, was is it La Parca?
Yes.
Is that how I pronounce it?
The dead.
Wow,
That's my ambition of the dead, the Green Reaper, as a female.
Okay.
Because like I said, I like female figures. So that's my ambition of the Green Reaper as a female.
Okay. That makes sense.
You can see that, yeah. She's very wow. I was like, oh, she was kind of scary to me. I was like, wow. I mean, scary in a good thing, because that's what you want. You want to, elicit
the only bad thing about all of that, all of this, I will say, the fantasy, is that sometimes I bump into people with I call them close-minded, even artists, close-minded, that because they're truly close. They don't understand. Yeah, sometimes in my page, or when we're doing live streams, we have a very few of a bad feedback from these people that don't understand. I don't know what was in their mind. They don't understand why will I turn a female into a monster? Why will I turn a baby into a monster? So that might be a little bit of a cons about doing fantasy, but I don't really care. We learn. I have a director that now works with me. He's my boyfriend, and we pretty much are learning to love our haters, because the type of job that we do, sometimes we're gonna get this feedback even from artists. Oh God, it's horrible to see, actually, to me, that artists will give you bad feedback when you do creepy art like this. And I'm like, I can do both. I can do an angel, I can do a demon, I can do both. It's a learning process. We're learning to love the people who hate us.
But it's art too, and it's fantasy art too. I mean, so it's
fantasy art.
Right? So you run the gamut, right? You said from really cute little fantasy things to like just crazy, or striking fantasy things. I mean, it's just fantasy. It's art.
It is. It's sometimes hard. I'm not a dedicated dark artist, because it's actually an entire title. Dark artist is very popular here, at least in California. I'm not dedicated to that title, because I don't just do dark, but I know and I follow people who do 100% dark art, and actually they did have a hard time to have that type of style even to be recognized as art. But right now it is officially recognized as art. Yes.
So it's funny, because we literally just interviewed Garrett Sander. He's the guy who is the beginning of Monster High. It was his thought that led to Monster High dolls. And we had some of the similar type of conversation. He was saying when he first presented the idea, he was working with Mattel, and Mattel said, girls don't like monsters. They don't like monsters, and they don't like aliens. No, so I don't see that as being some kind of product that we're interested in. And we know the history. I mean, we look back and we see how,
because those are big. They're very popular.
Big time, yes. And so we see this, and what happens is, I think, and Georgette, I think this is true for you and the Big Beautiful dolls. sometimes people are ahead of the curve. So Georgette is a history-making doll maker. She and her friend Audrey made the first plus-size fashion doll. And when they made it, people were like, oh, what's a fat doll?
Yeah.
Oh. And now we see all these curvy dolls, you know, all these larger dolls. But 20 years ago, it's like, nobody wants a fat doll. Why would you make a fat doll? You know, so I think that the doll industry is slow to change. You know, we come in and I think people are reluctant to make something that is outside of people's
outside the box.
zones.
Yeah.
So when you come out of the outside, and once you do that, but that's true in life, isn't it? When you do something different, there is this outcry from people who say that is wrong. You know,
why would you do this?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
People are afraid of new things. They don't understand it. And so when you come with something that they are afraid of and they're, you know, they don't understand, then they start blocking. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. And that's part of what led to this. We did the Pride Month celebration. There's all these wonderful people in the doll world. If they were not here, there are so many dolls that would not exist. So we need to, as doll makers, acknowledge and celebrate them, because you know, the dolls our kids play with, the dolls we collect, a good percentage of them were made by people who are queer, you know, so, you know, we need to
have to be open-minded.
I was gonna say, going back to your dolls, we need to, just as a society, as a world, we need to stop being so fearful and say, hey, you know, I can see the beauty in that. I might not want that, but I can see the beauty in it.
Right.
You know,
and I can see the creativity and the work, you know, and
the workmanship,
the art that they put into that, you know.
It's
exactly.
Because like I think like with La Parka, I think if you were to take the head off of it, I think that most people would say that that's a beautiful doll. They just didn't see the head, because there's so many, you know, wonderful parts to that doll. That's a nice looking hand. That's a nice looking leg. Look at those shoes. And I think if you can look at it like that, you can see the creativity, you can see the workmanship, the quality of the doll. But once they get the head up in there, it's like, oh Lord, what is this kind of scary thing right here? You know, so
I want to make a Medusa. I want to make a
Medusa. That would be
Okay.
nice.
As a ball jointed doll.
Nice.
That I have in mind so bad. Yes.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Especially if you were able to figure out some kind of way to make her hair. If not,
I'm trying to think of the possibilities.
Yeah. That would. Oh,
that's on my.
That'd be incredible. That would be incredible. Yes.
Great. That'll be wonderful. I could see you doing that too. I think you'll be phenomenal at creating that. So, how many dolls do you do? Like a month?
Now making babies. Lisa will have.
You making babies? Okay.
Making babies. My boyfriend always correct me and telling that word, baby dolls, baby dolls, baby dolls. I was overloaded with custom orders actually since the beginning of this year. So at least I will have to make one of the silicone babies. Will take a little while, a month. And we also make our income here. I am reproducing some of my babies in vinyl. So, you know, this is done in a factory. Nobody does the vinyl here. So I have 2 kits already going on. And actually monsters. One is a vampire and the other one is a werewolf. So we sell that too. We sell every month. We sell that. We have dealers here in USA, in Canada, and Australia. And I also right now I'm creating a custom made a giant baby doll. This lady wanted a Shrek baby, so it's going to be giant, like giant baby doll. So
how big? Giant?
How big? Yeah.
26 inches. 26 inches tall. Oh, I have the head here. Look, this is the head. This big. Wow. It's very big.
It is.
Wow, he's big. That's
Yeah.
a big head.
I love that face.
Yeah, so this is a custom made, but I'm also going to be reproducing to sell in silicone for other people if they like it. That's the idea.
So that doll looks like it's made from clay. Is that correct?
This is the head is polymer clay. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. It says polymer clay.
So are you going to re-sculpt the head, or is it
This
gonna be a
is
clay head?
the process of the silicone dolls. You sculpted the original in clay, any kind of clay. Then you make the molds. You make the molds out of these. Many times you lose your original because it got broken, like you can see here. It broke. You get the molds, and from the molds you pour silicone in there, and then you come with the silicone doll. But it just started with the clay. Making a doll from scratch is a lot of work.
So this doll is going to, you're not selling the polymer clay. That's the okay, I was gonna say that's gonna be one.
This is the masterpiece.
Heavy baby.
It will be heavy. It will be heavy in silicone too. I'm calculating 18 to 20 pounds. The yes.
Wow.
That's a big baby.
Yeah, this is the biggest baby I ever done. So
wow.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where are you
I
from?
am sure the process is a lot of work. Yes.
Yeah. It is a lot of work. Well, if you're making a tiny baby, it makes a lot of difference. This is really being a challenge, but it's okay. I can do it.
So where are you from?
I am from Peru, actually.
Okay.
I moved to the United States in 2005.
Okay.
So I've been living here for almost 15 years.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you were younger, I know you said you got into art because you did crafts a lot, and then you saw some other dolls and thought they were amazing and wanted to try to emulate some of them. But did you play with dolls when you were younger? What was your connection with dolls when you were smaller?
I love dolls, yes. And Peru, my parents didn't have much money to buy me toys. So many times I ended up making my toys. Or if they got me a little doll, I will make her clothes, furniture, wigs. I will make everything for my dolls.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
That probably was my early.
Yes.
Yes, that's a part of your journey we didn't hear about, but yes.
I was always a creative child anyway. I painted and draw a lot and sew and craft little things, always being creative.
Okay. That's so cool.
Yeah,
that little connection that that you just made.
I was always an artist. Yeah,
that's always an artist.
That was true.
Yeah, that makes sense. Adding that piece back into it. So you were saying that you are making like monster babies. So when the kit making kits, so will the kits have like the werewolf? Will it have hair on it, or will it just be like a monster, like a werewolf face?
The business of making kits, you sell them just blank, and people paint them. People paint them, and yes, you can add hair. You can add hair to those.
Okay, so people can add.
I didn't know add hair.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were selling them already rooted.
I do. I don't like rooting vinyl. I prefer to root silicone. Silicone is easier. It's softer to. Right now I'm working in a werewolf. Now I'm having a hard time because I don't really like rooting vinyl. I sell my babies. They can have a custom order painted too. That's true, but I prefer to do that in silicone.
Okay.
All
right. Yeah, that makes sense then. And so another thing that you were saying at that time was you were talking about, I think you said is it that you make your living from your dolls?
Yes. I'm pretty much make a living selling the silicone and the kits and custom orders and classes. All of that. I'm grateful to say that I'm making a living with this business.
Oh, that's great. That's beautiful.
Really important. Yeah, because we try to remember to ask people that, because there are so many people out there who discourage their children from doing art
because they want to stop with it.
Because they feel like if they're doing art, they're not going to be able to feed themselves. I mean, they're not going to have a basic quality of life because they won't have any money. So it's always nice to hear that there are people who are making a living at their art.
And it's possible when you are self-employed like I am. you work probably harder than when you were working for somebody else's.
Mhm.
But at least, I don't know, it might be different in every case, in every person, but at least in my case, it's paying off. All the effort is paying off. And I am the kind who don't blow up money. Even though being a woman, I don't blow up money. I like investing, I like saving, and I like to repurposing and making a little bit of a money that I investing in something and then getting it back.
Mhm.
I think like that, and I guess that has helped me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
definitely helps you, to, like you said, not waste their money and, use it for things that are really important to you to help it to grow. And you said, and reinvest back into what it is that you do to help you to create more money. So that's
Yeah, you need to
very
have, I
smart.
know we're artists, we're creative, distracted, but you need to have a little bit of a business mind set up if you really want to be successful. It's not just the fact that you want to do it. You need to be able to, like I said, it's very important to me to save money. Like when you do the resin, when you do silicone, you need some kind of expensive machines to come up with a great product. You cannot buy this from overnight. In my case, that was my first investment, getting my machines, the pressure chamber and the vacuum and the pressure pot, the vacuum chamber, the pumps and all of that. That was the first thing I invest my money. I saved my money and invested, and it already paid off by now. Because my pieces, I also do resin. Resin is a little bit tricky. You need to have a machine to degas the resin. So I don't even have time to cast resin because I'm busy with the silicone. I'm hoping now my business is going to be moving out of California because all businesses are moving out of California. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
talk about, I don't want to talk bad about California, but we need to move out of California if we want to be successful. And that's my case.
So where do you?
This year, I'm moving all myself and my business to New Mexico.
I was
Oh
gonna say
no,
New
you gotta come and
Mexico.
visit me.
Yeah,
That's where I
Tammy's
am.
in New Mexico. I was
That's where
gonna
I
say New
am.
Mexico.
You'll be my neighbor.
Oh my God. Well, I'm going to be in the mountains because I am
Where?
tired of being on the city. I'm moving to a little cabin on the mountains in New Mexico where I want to be there. Like I said, with my director, my boyfriend, we're going to be living together. He is a big compliment on my life. Right now, he is doing everything, all the videos and the streams and all of editing. He's an engineering, he's a YouTuber, and he's also a firefighter. So we're going to get together and we're going to be working the two of us, and the taxes are going to be different there, so everything is going to be better for my business right now.
Good for you.
So
Good for
we
you.
are into that process right
Very
now.
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I will have more time. He will help me also casting and molding because that I do not have time to do any of that at all. And we will be
Wow.
able to have resin pieces for people to paint or for people to purchase, which
Another
they
thing.
do. They do sell well.
Mhm.
My tip for everybody who wants to do make dolls or the babies is invest your time in get educated, because your product is what it sells. If you offer a good product quality, a cute little well-made product you can reproduce, that is what it sells. So don't start doing something fast because I want to get done something fast. Invest your time into a great primal product, and then you can reproduce. That is catchy for public. That's catchy to the buyers, and like that. I don't know. I always advise that little by little you keep growing yourself, and yep, that's what
Nice.
we're doing now.
When you get here, make sure you reach out to the filmmaking businesses here. There's money to be made. Like somebody's filming and there's a baby. There's a baby.
Oh, I have to
They
take
need a
note of
baby to
that.
be made. So look into that. There's a lot of films and TV shows being done here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which part of New Mexico are you going to?
I'm going to Cloudcroft somewhere. It's I believe it's an hour from El Paso.
Okay. Very nice.
Okay.
And I believe it's 4 hours from Albuquerque.
Okay.
That's where I'm going.
Good for you.
In the middle of nowhere, there in the mountains. I was thinking, because I am able to do this at home, I don't really need to be on a city. So
Right.
you can just work in peace there. In Facebook have everything there to ship the dolls, to get products and everything. Yep.
That's good. Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Reduce your cost of living and reduce the
And
stress of living in the city,
yes. And
yeah.
increase your bottom line.
Yeah, and increase your bottom line with happiness too. I mean, you're just
Yes.
not going to have some of the,
Oh yeah.
you know, the things that come along. I mean, cities are wonderful to live in, but they are also stressful. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, especially the larger cities. Yeah, so I'm happy
Yeah.
for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I know you said you were looking at doing a studio so people can come in and make stuff.
That is the dream. Yeah, we have
Yes.
a place. We bought a house there in Clockroft, so we have a big place that we're gonna turn into a studio, and probably for people to come during the COVID. There's an artistic place around there, actually pretty much in Albuquerque too, but in the area that we're living also. And now that you guys say about the filming, we have to search into that too. But there was a pottery place, there was art places, I already have pieces on the art gallery over there.
Oh, good.
So now that everything is kind of going back to normal, and thank God it will be going back to normal, I think there is more art possibilities going on there in the town of us.
Very
yeah,
nice.
in New Mexico, you're going to find
I love New
lots and
Mexico.
lots of art. Find lots of calls for art. I mean, you're not that far from Santa Fe, and there's lots of artists in Santa Fe.
I've been there. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a wonderful place for an artist.
Thank you.
Lots of opportunities. There's lots of places for you here. You'll do well, I think.
Awesome.
And we'll say, oh, we knew her when she was on our show.
Oh, we know Naomi.
Very cool, very cool. So now you said you'd like to do, well, you're doing a lot of the silicone babies. Which style do you prefer out of all of them?
I prefer to making the monster babies. That's 100% my goal. Wow. Right now, actually, the baby goat that you saw, that baby goat is right now in the factory in China and is about to be reproduced, the baby goat. We're going to see a lot of those babies all over the place.
So you're producing a kit that's going to be sold? Is that what you mean?
New kit. It's a new kit. Yeah, it's coming.
Cool. It's that I like that baby.
Yeah, he was a silicone full body. He was pretty heavy. He was about 4 pounds silicone baby. Wait, no, I think it was 6. And he's all the silicone is all, you know, the hair, how we put the hair on those babies, we poke it with a needle. It's almost similar to needle felting, the needles are kind of similar to that. It's a lot of work, but yeah, that's the one that is coming. Probably in a couple months, it will be coming. We're going to be announcing an exclusive pre-sale. I'm going to be selling 20 kits first, signed with a exclusive certificate, signed by me, and they will have it for a lower price because this is going to be a little bit pricey. In the method of vinyl kits, you will find prices from 100 to 150. And nowadays, pretty much that is normal for people to buy a blank and they can paint it, they can do whatever they want. I'm going to be giving 20 special pre-sales of this baby. Wow. We just need the confirmation of our factory and we'll start advertising.
Very nice.
It will go to other stores also. Yeah, it's awesome. That's the kind of investment that I like because once you have that reproduce, you just order more, and you resell.
But you have to build it first, right? That's
exactly.
You gotta build
the hard work up front.
It is expensive to do this. It's an investment. It's quite an investment. But at least for me, it had paid off, and I'm gonna keep creating more and doing more as much as I can.
Very nice. I love it. That's great. I like the little blue baby. That's right. That's the one.
Oh, I have to make
Avatar baby.
Sometimes you make limited editions, and that blue one was limited. That one is sold out. I haven't had time to make. I need to make another blue baby. I need to make a pig baby, a baby pig with the face of a pig, you know, a pig baby, a dragon, another dragon. And
a dragon baby?
And I need to make a dragon baby too, another dragon
I'd love
baby.
To see that one.
I have something like a dragon, but it's like I call him demon dragon. He's a half dragon, a half demon. He's cute though.
Okay.
But I had to make a dragon with all the legs and all that.
Wow.
And we have to get ready. Now we have the Monster Palooza show in Burbank, California, now in October. So after I'm done with this huge baby, I need to make a little, I do figurines, little creepy dolls. I have wearables, I have horns, I make jewelry. Those are things that at least for me sell only in shows, in that show
Okay.
specific. So I'm gonna be very busy this month.
I'm gonna ask you a
Good.
serious question.
Yes.
Um, do you have more than 24 hours in your day? Because it seems like you do.
The what? The what?
I said, do you have more than 24 hours in your day? Because it seems like you do. I'm like, oh my gosh, how is she doing all of this? Like,
Exactly.
Oh, man.
I manage myself to get busy, really busy. Yeah.
Wow.
At least now I'm gonna be having help. I thinking I will be moving there in November, no later than November. Yeah. So after that, I will get more hands to help me.
Well, I'm excited to see your expansion. I really am.
I am too. And so when you said you make these items that you sell at the conventions, do you also sell them in your Etsy store, or is it exclusively in your conventions?
The last year I put some items on my Etsy. They actually, even the little necklaces that I made, they sell out. I sold everything on the convention. So I don't
Okay.
usually have those little items on my store.
Okay. Your art is very unique. So I would think that you would have a very dedicated following.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you make some very unique, beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So well, you already told us your next steps. Are you going to be moving to Cloudcroft? It's Cloudcroft, isn't it?
Yeah, Cloud.
Yeah.
Craft. Yes.
Yes, Croft.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're waiting to get your kits back, and you're going to be selling. And where are they going to be sold? Are they going to be like in stores or
I sell
online?
them. I sell them in my store, and here in United States, I only have 2 stores. One is in and one also in Canada, another one in Canada, and I have another one in Australia. It's very important to talk about this because I don't know about the preview artists that you interview, or did you have run into this horrible experience of the online scam stores going all over the place? Do you know they target everything related to art, dolls, sculptures, silicone dolls, reborns? Do you know? You guys that are doing these podcasts and getting getting reach more people, you should totally be aware of this. That's why in my store, in my website, I'm going to have an official list with the websites of my sellers, my official sellers, because you know what they're doing. Have you seen it? They steal your pictures, your baby, your doll, whatever, your art. They steal your pictures and then they sell it as if they have it. When somebody purchases, they send you a piece of crap that cannot look like that. Yes. That's I am myself. I'm trying to make people aware of that as much as I can. It happened to me a couple times too. They stole my pictures and they were trying to sell my. There are stores from China, India. I don't know what the heck they are. Most likely over there in the out of the country, and we can't do anything about it. Sadly, there is no laws that we can use to protect ourselves against these thieves.
Yeah, we interviewed Ping Lao.
Oh,
I think it
she's
was
one of
last
the greatest.
week. And
She's one of the greatest artists, and they are getting her really, really bad. It's horrible.
That's what she told us. She said that everything that she made for, I think it was 2020, they stole every kit somewhere between the time it was produced and the time it was to get to the distributor. They had samples of every kit. They made these knockoff versions of them and sold them. And so she was talking about some of the complaints that people have had. They've contacted her and said, hey, I bought this kit and it smells really bad.
I am thinking that will be the worst part. Sometimes right now they even steal your pictures, even if you have a watermark. So my fear is kind of that too. Somebody's gonna come back to me showing me this piece of junk they got with my name on it. And I'm like, I will have a disclosure page in my website. So I try to warn people who know that this doll doesn't worth $50. These dolls don't cost $50. If you see this, God, it's a scam. I don't know. I honestly don't know what else to do. I have friends that I have a friend who make monsters also. He keep getting hit all the time. He makes little figurines, monsters. They took the picture or videos, whatever he makes, and the people have been posting their little pieces of junk that they get from these stores. I honestly don't know what to do because there is no loss. So far with me and my director have been trying to find a way. The thing we can do is by now is communicate.
Yes.
With
us.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. That's probably the only thing you do is communicate and then
just
connect with other people who are having that issue and form something, a coalition or form something so you guys can go to whoever, to, I don't know, to some places as a group. At least, the more people you have, the more people who are making, noises out there. There may be somebody that can say, well, we can figure out something to do, but who knows? She did come on the show and share that with us too. And thank you for sharing that again, because it really cannot be told, enough, right?
Yeah.
So people can understand that it is a big problem. And at the end of the day, if they become doll creators too, they will run into that problem as well. Maybe not everybody, but somebody will. And so just to share that information is really helpful. So yes, we will get it out as much as we can on our end.
Just try to educate as much as we can. Sadly, we cannot reach somebody that doesn't know anything about reborns. It will hit the reborn on the search and the internet, and the first that pops are these knockoff stores.
And they're going to be really, really inexpensive. And they're, so I can go buy this.
If they don't know anything about it, they will fall for it.
Yeah.
But somebody that knows these dolls are expensive and fall for it, I'm like, you knew how much expensive these dolls are.
Yeah.
You decide to pay $50 for this one. And then it's totally not totally you're there alone there. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
So in my case, in my website, I will have listed my resellers, the official resellers. I will have that. Nobody else will sell my kits.
Okay.
I hope so.
At the end of the day, you can only do what you can do. You can, like you said, make it known, put stuff on your website, maybe even do a video on your website. That'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
We're planning and doing all of that just to inform people.
Yes.
So how many of your kits will be completed by the end of the year and available for purchase?
You're talking about this new kit?
You said you have the goat baby.
There's
baby. A werewolf, and there was
a vampire. They are already available. The vampire.
Oh, those are already okay.
Yes, they are from. I started with the vampire 2 years ago.
Okay.
The last year it came the werewolf, and this year is going to be the goat.
Okay. And so if people want to get them,
I have it on my website and the Etsy. Right now, with me, the werewolf is actually sold out. My dealers might have some of him already, but he's actually sold out. Wow.
So that's your baby from this year?
Yes, this year, baby.
Wow, it's not.
We have to order more. We have to make more of them. But right now, as I'm going with the goat, I'm putting all my concentration on the goat right now.
So how many kits, if it's okay for me to ask, how many kits do you have produced at a time?
At least 250.
Okay.
Oh, that's a small run.
Yeah.
That's a very small
run. I start
run.
like that. If we need more, we keep reordering more.
No, I'm just saying it's a small run because like with dolls, when we're talking to people and they're saying the companies that have a small run, maybe 350, but usually it's like 500 to 1,000. So that's
3,000.
Really, people are doing 3,000. So that's a really small run.
No, luckily the company that I work, they give me a minimum of 250.
Oh, that's good.
Wonderful.
So I always start with that. If we need more, we do another one.
Okay, that's cool. That's for people who are looking at. We have people contact us monthly, multiple times a month, who want to make dolls, and that's. So tell them to look around and see if they can find some, because like I said, most of the time people, there's all the tooling and the molding, and so it's really expensive. And then you have to buy thousands of dolls after you have all that made. So a lot of people.
But sadly, by now is something that it cannot be handcrafted. We cannot do that. Like we do silicone and resin, we can't do that at home. It has to be. I heard it's very harmful. and you need like factory type of big machines because the molds are metal. The molds are metal for that, and you cannot manufacture that at home for sure. I got some people asking me how to make a vinyl babies, and
Yes.
like, you can't do that. You can't make that. And sadly, when you send out to a factory, they don't ask you just for the one. You need to make like a wholesale quantity. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I had someone contact me and she says, "Oh, I just want $20." It's like,
no.
no,
Even for
you don't make
even for
$20.
resting for ball jointed dolls, I know there are some fabrics back then in China that they can't fabricate them for you. But I have searched myself, and yeah, the minimum was like 500 for a BJD. I ended up finding somebody here in the United States. Before I learned to make my molds, I have my first BJD made here in the United States, and he did allow me to do like 20 or less than that.
He did
So
the whole thing. He made your mold. He made the mold and the dolls.
the resin, yeah. I sent my originals, and he made the molds and the resins.
That's good because
Nice.
everybody's sending stuff
Because
abroad,
that is something that you can make here in the United States, resin.
Okay.
Yeah, but vinyl, no, nobody makes the vinyl here. Nobody does that. Yeah,
it's hard.
It's to me actually, I would say it's a quite of a big investment in the beginning. You need to pay for the molds. The molds are very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the other things that attracted me to you and the desire to interview you is you're an award-winning artist, and the competition that I've seen in those competitions is amazing. So to even be able to place in those competitions is amazing.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was from the Dolls magazine, actually.
Okay.
I went 2 years in a row when I was able to participate. Later on, I stopped making art dolls, so I wasn't able to participate. But that was really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, that they're nice people there at the Dolls magazine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good people. So with the Professional Doll Maker Artist Guild, you all are going to be having a convention this year, and you're
it's
teaching.
in October.
Okay,
I'm going to be making a dragon bust, like like the head and neck. Yeah.
Okay, so how is that working this year? I saw like a VIP pass or something. Do you pay for each class?
It's free if you to look at everybody's dolls. Everybody is free. You just want to look at the dolls. It's free. If the classes are many classes they have a price. You have to pay for it. My class, I believe, is 150, but at least my class, we're going to make it live. We're going to have live interaction with the students. The next one live class is going to be there for the convention in October. Many of the classes you have to pay, but just to go to the show and watch the dolls, maybe you want to buy a doll, it's free as long as
Do they have, is there like a package deal where you can buy, I don't know, I'm just going to throw numbers out there, like 5 classes for $500, or is every person?
It's different because the artists are offering their classes. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know.
Great. Yeah.
I've been seeing I've been getting invites, and that's how I knew you were participating. I just wanted to get just some more details. So, Noemi, this has been a wonderful interview, and it was great talking to you and about your wonderful creativity and
beautiful
how it began. How it began with your childhood and explaining why it's so eclectic, why your work is so eclectic. So again, we have enjoyed talking to you, and we look forward to speaking to you again sometime. And we're hoping that your time in Cloudcroft is going to be amazing. And maybe if you get here near Albuquerque, let me know. We can hook up. That'd be fun. So let us know if there are people out there who want to purchase your dolls or your kits, or if they want to take your classes. What's the best way for them to reach out to you?
You can actually easily find us in Facebook. You can find me if you Google Angels by Noemi in Etsy, my website, Instagram, everywhere I have the same exactly name.
Okay, and that's Angels by Noemi, and Noemi is spelled Noemi. It's Noemi.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you, Nomi, and you take care and stay safe, and good luck with your move.
Thank you. That was fine. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you for
thanks.
joining us on In the Doll World. Okay,
All
bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.